All right, let's get right into it. Today we're going to talk about something that, well, a lot of us feel, but we don't always have the words for it. We're diving into why you might feel like an outsider. You know that feeling? It's a really weird kind of lonely, right? You're literally in a room full of people. Maybe it's a party or a work thing, even just hanging out with friends. But it feels like there's this glass wall between you and everyone else. You're just watching it all happen, not really a part of it. If any of that hits home, then stick around. You're definitely in the right place. So, where does this feeling even come from? Let me tell you, it's not just you, it is not in your head, and it's not some random thing that just happens. It actually comes from this huge invisible force all around us, this constant, non-stop pressure to just adapt. Okay, let's give this thing a name. Let's call it the script. Think of it like this. It's all the unwritten rules about how you're supposed to act, what you're supposed to say, who you're supposed to be, just to get that nod of approval. You know what I mean? It's that little voice in your head telling you to laugh at a joke that wasn't even funny, or to nod along when everyone loves a movie you secretly thought was terrible. It's this constant demand to put on a performance, and man, is it exhausting. And this right here, this is the heart of it. If you feel like an outsider, that feeling isn't you feeling at something, no way. It's actually a sign of a battle going on inside you. It's your real, authentic self just refusing to play the part. It's your gut screaming, nope, I'm not reading from the script. This isn't me. And look, that refusal, that's not a weakness. Not at all. It's a choice, a really powerful one. It's like you're standing at a fork in the road with two completely different paths for how to live your life. So let's actually break down what those two paths look like. So on one path, you've got adaptation. This is all about chasing approval, right? It's about being a chameleon, constantly changing who you are just to fit whatever mold people expect. Then you've got the other path, authenticity. This is where you just throw the script away. You decide to stay true to yourself, even when it's hard, even when it means you might not fit in right away. And that uncomfortable feeling you get, that's the friction. That's the tension between those two choices pulling at you. All right, so if this whole thing is about choosing to be real, how do we start thinking about it differently? How do we reframe it? This is where things get really interesting, because it leads to a way more powerful way of looking at yourself. It's going to require a total shift in how you think about what it even means to be different. I bet for years, maybe your whole life, you've been telling yourself there's something wrong with you. You know, I'm too quiet, I'm too loud, I'm just weird, right? But what if that's not true? What if that entire story you've been telling yourself is just wrong? What if the problem isn't you? What if there's no flaw to fix? Check this out. This is the reframe. It's not that you're better or worse than anyone else. It's about resonance. Okay, think about it like a radio. Most people have their dials tuned to the big popular pop stations, you know, the ones playing the same top 40 hits over and over. But you're broadcasting on a completely different frequency. Your station might be playing obscure B-sides or having deep philosophical conversations. It's not static, it's not noise. It's a crystal clear signal. It just takes the right kind of radio to tune in. That unique way you see the world, your perspective, your depth, that is your frequency. So what's the takeaway here? The goal isn't to figure out how to finally fit in. Nope. The real goal is to learn how to embrace that incredibly rare, incredibly valuable signal that you're putting out there. It's about finally owning your frequency. Okay, so let's just quickly pull all this together. First thing, that feeling of being an outsider, it's 100% valid. It's real. Second, it usually comes from making a really brave choice, even if you don't realize you're making it, choosing to be authentic instead of just adapting. Third, and this is the big one, being unique isn't a flaw. It's just a different frequency. And finally, it's all about embracing who you really are. It's about turning up the volume on your own broadcast. So I want to leave you with this question. Forget asking, how can I fit in? For just a second, try asking yourself a much more interesting question. What does my frequency actually sound like? What are the ideas, the passions, the quirks that make up my unique signal? And how can you start broadcasting that signal a little louder? Not for them, for you.